meet with this guy that was in this crisis. I was chilled. I was just relaxing at the house. I had on a pair of shorts, a t-shirt, and I had that bandana thing around my head because I was just like chilling out. And so I'm listening to this guy, and he's looking at me, and I've got the beard and the bandana, and I'm just looking at him, listening to him. And he's like, "Now, you are a pastor, right?" I said, "Yes, I'm a pastor." Okay. A few minutes later into the conversation, Jamal, he goes, "So like you have people that come and sit on a Sunday and they listen to you talk?" And I was like, "Yes, I'm a pastor. That does happen." He goes, later on in the conversation, maybe a half hour later, "So like this church you have, like actual people come and they congregate and they sit and you talk to them and and I'm like, "Yeah." He's like, "Man, that's so awesome." And he was saying that because he's never seen or met another pastor quite like me. Because this man told me a story. He's agnostic, he's struggling. It wasn't that he doubted that there was a heaven, he just wasn't so sure. And as I sat and listened to him talk, he was in a long relationship, a marriage with a woman that flat out claimed to be atheist, flat out atheist. There is no God. And lived like there is no God. Him on the fence, not certain. He was telling me a story, a personal story about him where he lived. Him and his wife were having a yard sale. And I guess it was over the weekend, and some people showed up late on a Sunday afternoon. And the gentleman was having a conversation with him that was there looking over his goods and said, "You look awful familiar to me. What church do you go to?" To which the man that I was meeting with and counseling with looked back and said, "I don't go to a church." To which this person responded, "Well, then shame on you," and then turned around and walked away. Now that gives you context of why he's looking at me sitting there with a bandana on my head, taking time out of my day to come over and sit, and he goes, "Are you sure you're a pastor?" And it was because he met some people that professed to be Christians. And this person, essentially, I'll just say it the way I said it to Tina, cursed this man with shame. Shame on you. The very thing that Jesus came to eliminate and remove from us, this person who was representing Jesus, I would, not trying to judge here, but I would say that they were a prime candidate for one who may have taken the Lord's name in vain, because they mischaracterized and misrepresented who Jesus was. Because if you look at somebody because they don't measure up and do something that you thought they should do as a Christian, you say, "Well, shame on you." You are the antithesis and the antichrist, because Christ didn't come to put the shame on. Christ came to take the shame off. I wish I had somebody in here that knew what I was talking about. How many of you are a witness and a testimony and said, "I'm so grateful that he came and took away my guilt and my shame"?